What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Wrestling Recap, your home for the biggest stories, backstage rumors, and breaking updates from across the wrestling world. Tonight's episode is stacked. We're talking about the truth behind WWE's Masked Attacker storyline, a major challenger emerging for CM Punk's World Championship, a surprising moment between Seth Rollins and AEW World Champion MJF, backlash surrounding AEW's controversial Andrade segment, new updates on AJ Styles' wrestling future, and a serious legal battle involving TNA legend Gail Kim. So buckle up because there's a lot to unpack. Let's get into it. The Masked Attacker storyline, the real plan revealed. The mystery surrounding the brutal ambush on Braun Breaker may not be as complicated as many fans originally believed. According to reports, WWE's decision to launch the Masked Attacker angle is directly tied to expectations surrounding Seth Rollins' recovery timeline. Internally, there is growing belief that Rollins will be medically cleared in time to return before WrestleMania 42, and that has significantly shaped creative plans. Rather than introducing a long, layered storyline involving multiple players, WWE may be leaning toward a much more straightforward reveal. The working idea? Seth Rollins himself being unmasked as the attacker. That direction would shut down theories involving Finn Balor, secret alliances, or Paul Heyman orchestrating events behind the scenes. Instead, WWE appears ready to tell a direct revenge story, pitting Rollins against Breaker on the grandest stage. Rollins added even more fuel to the fire during a recent interview when he stayed completely in character. While discussing his injury, he cryptically noted that although his shoulder isn't fully healed, he wouldn't need it to execute his signature move. That comment instantly sent fans into speculation mode. Rollins has been out of action since late last year, but he's openly stated that WrestleMania is the target assuming doctors give the green light. If WWE follows through with this plan, the Masked Attacker reveal won't be a shocking swerve, but rather a calculated payoff designed to set up a marquee WrestleMania showdown. Now the question is simple. Do fans want the obvious reveal, or were you hoping for something more layered and unpredictable? CM Punk's next challenger emerges. CM Punk's road to WrestleMania is starting to take an unexpected turn. Behind the scenes, WWE has been discussing a World Heavyweight Championship match between CM Punk and Finn Balor at the upcoming Elimination Chamber event. Yes, even after Balor already challenged Punk recently. So why go back to that matchup? There are a few strategic reasons. First, WWE wants Punk active and strong heading into his confirmed WrestleMania clash with Roman Reigns. Second, the Elimination Chamber event is set to take place in Chicago, Punk's hometown, and WWE reportedly always intended for Punk to wrestle there. A world title defense in front of that crowd? That's money. While nothing has been officially announced, internal conversations suggest the championship will be defended on that card. And placing Balor in that role keeps him positioned as a serious player in the main event scene. The bigger question is whether this is simply a high-profile defense or if WWE has something bigger planned. Could Balor derail Punk's WrestleMania plans? Or is this just one last obstacle before the Roman Reigns showdown? Seth Rollins and MJF, a moment that got people talking. Fans were stunned when Seth Rollins and AEW World Champion MJF were spotted face-to-face at a major media event. Video clips quickly spread online showing an intense stare-down that eventually turned into laughter and a handshake. While it was brief, the moment instantly caught fire online. This wasn't the first time MJF has praised Rollins either. In past interviews, MJF has openly called Rollins one of the greatest performers of his generation, crediting him as the modern face of WWE, just as MJF sees himself as the face of AEW. Rollins represents WWE's present and future. MJF carries the same weight for AEW. Seeing the two share even a casual interaction reminded fans just how massive a crossover match could be if the wrestling world ever allowed it. For now, it was simply two top stars acknowledging each other. But in wrestling, never say never. Royal Rumble? Big changes coming. WWE is reportedly planning to bring the Royal Rumble back to the United States after its international run. Internal expectations suggest the event will once again be held in a domestic stadium, restoring a familiar feel for longtime fans. As of now, WWE plans to keep the Royal Rumble as a single-night event, despite previous discussions about expanding it into a two-night format similar to WrestleMania. With WWE continuing to push global stadium shows, returning the Rumble to home soil could strike the perfect balance between tradition and spectacle. Would you keep the Royal Rumble as one night forever, or should WWE eventually expand it? EW Backlash. Andrade controversy explained. EW found itself facing heavy criticism following another controversial Andrade segment. During a high-profile match, Andrade interacted with women seated ringside in a flirtatious and clearly planned moment. It was later revealed that several of those women were adult content creators, including a well-known online personality. What truly escalated the situation was what happened after the show. One of the women posted a clip online mocking the segment and openly calling it fake, breaking wrestling's unspoken rule of protecting the illusion, especially immediately after appearing on TV. This marks multiple weeks of similar character work from Andrade, but this time the reaction has been far more negative. Fans are now divided. Is this layered character storytelling? Or has the gimmick crossed a line that AEW didn't anticipate? AJ Styles? Is one more match possible? AJ Styles may no longer be a full-time competitor, but insiders believe his wrestling career may not be completely over. Several sources suggest that while Styles is done with the grind of regular competition, the idea of one final match remains on the table. Styles recently spoke about a moment that caught fans' attention when it appeared he was about to leave his gloves in the ring before changing his mind. When asked about it, Styles kept things intentionally vague. He acknowledged that in wrestling, retirement is rarely permanent, and even floated the idea of returning for a deeply personal reason, possibly teaming with his son someday. Behind the scenes, Styles continues to generate interest across WWE, AEW, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. And because he's under no financial pressure, any return would be entirely on his terms. If AJ Styles does step into the ring one more time, it'll be because the moment feels right. EW referee admits to controversial decision. EW referee Bryce Remsburg has acknowledged deliberately delaying the opening bell of a match to allow a controversial crowd chant to continue. The chant, which had political undertones, was clearly audible on broadcast, and cameras did not cut away. Later, Remsburg addressed the situation online with a tongue-in-cheek comment, essentially confirming what many suspected: the delay was intentional. Whether viewed as subtle commentary or simply letting the crowd express itself, the moment sparked debate and placed AEW under scrutiny once again. TNA shocker Gail Kim lawsuit breakdown. One of the most serious stories comes out of TNA Wrestling. The company's parent organization has filed a lawsuit involving Gail Kim, seeking to block her from pursuing certain legal claims under Florida law. The company argues that Kim was always classified as an independent contractor, not an employee, and that all disputes must be handled under Tennessee law. They also requesting court rulings that would prevent her from bringing claims tied to employment protections. Kim had been heavily involved behind the scenes for years, working in talent relations and production while also maintaining outside projects. As of now, the case is still developing, with no hearing dates set, but it's already shaping up to be one of the most significant legal battles in TNA's recent history. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Wrestling Recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a major update from the world of wrestling. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who should unmask as the attacker? Should CM Punk face Finn Balor again? And does AJ Styles deserve one final match? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.